Hey guys, today we're going to focus on the story of Brigitte. Brigitte is the youngest daughter of Torbjorn and Ingrid Lindholm, and is a traveling companion of Reinhardt. No longer sitting on the sidelines, Brigitte Lindholm has taken up arms to defend those in need of protection. Brigitte spars with Reinhardt every day. Afterwards, she and Reinhardt go to a pub or tavern to relax. Brigitte was conceived many months before the events of Operation White Dome, where her father lost his left arm and right eye in battle. He would have lost his life as well if not for Reinhardt's actions. As he recovered in the hospital, Reinhardt wouldn't leave his side. Torbjorn became so frustrated that he told Reinhardt that if he left him alone, he could name his daughter. Hence, Brigitte received her name and her godfather. Brigitte was the first of Torbjorn's children to show an interest in mechanical engineering. Brigitte spent much of her spare time in her father's workshop, learning the trade and honing her skills. Her aptitude for engineering mirrored that of her father's, but Brigitte's primary interest was in armor fabrication and defensive systems, unlike Torbjorn, who was well renowned and perhaps infamous for the weapons he created. Everyone expected that Brigitte would continue her apprenticeship and follow in her father's footsteps, but her plans changed due to the influence of another prominent figure in her life, her father's close friend and fellow Overwatch agent Reinhardt. When Reinhardt was forced into retirement from combat operations due to his age, Brigitte would learn of it through her father. While she may have wanted to join Overwatch before, she didn't want to now, disgusted at how Reinhardt had been treated. After Overwatch's fall, Reinhardt declared that he would become a knight-errant on a quest to bring justice. Before he left on his adventures, Brigitte surprised him by asking to join him as his squire. Interested in adventure, Brigitte wanted to travel around, do good, and getting a chance to make the world a better place. She considered traveling alongside him to be a great honor. As a squire, Brigitte had many responsibilities, the most important of which was the upkeep of Reinhardt's Crusader armor, a design she was familiar with as the current version was designed by her father. On occasion, they would get into scraps. More and more, she found her main job was taking care of Reinhardt himself, trying to protect him from his overenthusiasm even as his body was breaking down from years of combat. Eventually, she realized that serving only as a mechanic wasn't enough, and that the best way she could aid Reinhardt was to become a warrior in her own right. While Reinhardt trained her in combat, Brigitte began to build her own suit of armor in secret. Her initial suit was a prototype made from whatever material she could find. Brigitte and Reinhardt were in Eichenwald when they discussed the issue of Reinhardt returning to Overwatch per a recall order from Winston. Brigitte was against the idea, telling Reinhardt that Winston's message wasn't for him. She also expressed a dim view on Overwatch, given how Reinhardt had been forced to retire from the organization in his 50s. Despite her pleading, Reinhardt resolved to heed the recall order. Realizing that Reinhardt believed that he had no choice, she resolved to support her mentor as best she could. Brigitte finished work on her armor, though continued to refine it. And at some point, her father added to the design. She began to fight at Reinhardt's side, accompanying him in his return to Overwatch, and any others in need as knight and squire journey to make the world a better place, one battle at a time. Rally to me!